As crucial as it is to switch to a wholesome diet, there's no getting around the fact that eating well may be expensive. Whole foods, freshly harvested produce devoid of pesticides, and uncooked items like spices required for cooking can be highly costly. Does that imply you have to give up on your goal of leading a healthy life? Of course not. We'll talk about some smart tips in today's video that can help you eat healthily even on a short budget. Now let's get going. Seasonal produce and fruits. 1. Fruits and vegetables in season. Mangoes are delicious. Strawberries and apricots are even more delicious. Everybody has their favorite fruits and veggies, after all. We would love to just stick to those foods if we could. However, a great deal of them are not constantly accessible all year round. It is necessary to consume seasonal fruits and vegetables within their designated seasons. You pay more than usual if you insist on buying goods that aren't normally available during particular months. Additionally, you are consuming fresh produce when you eat fruits and vegetables in accordance with their season. Additionally, they wouldn't need to be transported very far. You are more likely to consume food that has preservatives added if you eat them out of season. Thus, stick to in-season, fresh products and save some money while keeping your spending within your means. Products that are generic. 2. Identical goods. When we shop at the grocery store, we have a tendency to always choose branded goods. This is mostly because we think they would have been prepared to the greatest standards and are of higher quality. However, generic brands could be just as good as name products. They are subject to the same laws, rules, and procedures as those with trademarks. The fact that well-known firms can afford to spend money on marketing is the only significant distinction between the two. You would be familiar with the brand names for this reason. The fact that the marketing budget is included in the selling price is another factor contributing to their higher cost. Generic brands are significantly less costly. Make meal plans to ensure you save a lot of money on your budget by switching to generic brands at your grocery shop. 3. Arrange your food. Meal planning and adherence are two ways to eat healthily while saving money on groceries. Plan your meals for the next 7 days on one day of the week. Make a list of every item you'll need to prepare the meals in accordance with the plan. Check your cupboard and refrigerator as well before you go grocery shopping. You could already have some of the necessary components on hand. You can cross them off your list in these circumstances. Additionally, check your refrigerator to make sure nothing is about to expire. In order to ensure that they are not wasted, you could wish to incorporate them into your meal plan if they are. Prepare meals at home. Purchase only the items you need for the meal plan at the grocery shop. You can wind up throwing it away and wasting the money if you get something else. 4. Prepare meals at home. Moreover, you ought to refrain from dining at restaurants. This also applies to purchasing packaged or quick food. You will find that cooking at home is far less expensive than eating out if you do a comparison. You may believe that the price you pay at a restaurant includes a full dinner, which is usually less expensive. However, the price you pay at the restaurant covers both the ingredients and overhead costs like salaries and rentals. Purchasing the ingredients and preparing the same dish eliminates those costs. You will have total control when cooking at home, which is another benefit. You can rely on the product's high quality and hygienic standards. The components that go into the dish are also up to you to choose. When you cook at home, you also get to use less sugar and salt to prepare the meals. More plant-based protein. By doing this, you maintain your health and lower your risk of diabetes and high blood pressure, conditions that are commonly linked to frequent dining out. 5. Pay more attention to plant-based protein. Consider replacing some of your meat-based meals with plant-based protein if you're a meat lover. This does not imply that you have to give up all meat. However, you can save a significant portion of your money by replacing some of your meat meals with plant-based options. Plant-based foods, like lentils, tofu, and beans, are often more affordable options. They also provide you with the same amount of protein as meat and fish. Plant-based foods also have the benefit of being incorporated into casserole recipes. They are frequently used in salads and soups as well. Plant-based cuisine go well with stir-fries as well. You can reduce your weekly spending if you can without meat at a few meals. Making the switch to plant-based foods will ensure that your health is not jeopardized. Offers and discounts. Would you like to give a high-protein diet a try? This video, 24 high-protein foods you should eat regularly, is available for viewing. 6. Seek out discounts and promo codes. Typically, grocery stores provide weekly specials or discounts. Keep an eye out for these deals and discounts. They are typically publicized in your local media or at the store itself. You may buy healthful food while saving a lot of money thanks to coupons and promotions. These vouchers are also available from several internet merchants. You can search for them and get your groceries at a reduced price there. Watch for discounts on things that you use frequently, such as staple foods. Large purchases of foods with a long shelf life would be especially advantageous. Don't go food shopping when you're hungry. You would not have to throw anything away, save a ton of money, and be able to consume your favorite foods. 7. Don't go food shopping when you're hungry. Avoiding going food shopping when you're hungry is one of the golden laws of the hobby. The desire to veer from your plan will arise despite the fact that you may be carrying a grocery list. You would blow through your budget by making rash purchases. You tend to grab for processed foods when you're hungry. Your brain immediately gravitates toward them to sat your hunger because they are almost always ready to eat. However, even though your appetite might be sated, you would hardly profit nutritionally. Bring some fruit with you if you have to go grocery shopping and are ravenous. Produce that is frozen. To sat your appetite, you can also consume other foods like yogurt. You may stick to your grocery list and save money by doing this. 8. Frozen vegetables. Buying frozen fruits and vegetables is another way to save costs. This is particularly true for those who struggle to finish all the produce before it spoils. Purchasing fruit frozen extends its shelf life. Food preservation. The nutritional content of frozen fruits is equal to that of fresh produce. They also reduce food waste, which is an added benefit. You might also use frozen fruits and veggies to create smoothies. 9. Food preservation. Not storing food correctly can be one of the reasons you have to throw it away. The food products have become terrible as a result of this. Because you did not save your money with the appropriate care, you are essentially throwing it away. Cereal and pasta are examples of shelf-stable ingredients. Finding airtight containers to store them in is all that's left to do. You won't have to worry too much about these ingredients going bad once you sort things out and store them in a cold, dry place. When storing produce, place paper towels inside the drawers you use. This aids in the produce's moisture absorption. Your fruits and veggies would therefore stay fresher for longer. Always keep dairy goods in the refrigerator's main section as opposed to the door. The dairy products are exposed to room temperature when you open the door, which may cause them to spoil more quickly. This also applies to any leftover raw chicken or beef. Cheap beef slices. To make them last longer, place them in the freezer. They will be useful for dinners later. 10. Buying cheap cuts of meat is a wise decision. Can you not survive on your regular intake of meat? Fear not. It is possible to eat healthily on a tight budget without sacrificing your romantic relationships in favor of a carnivorous diet. Even while fresh seafood and meat can be pricey, there are a number of meat cuts that are far less expensive. A whole chicken, ground meat, or chuck steak are your options. Another excellent choice that won't burn a hole in your wallet is pork top sirloin steak. Cultivate your own food. You may simply utilize these reasonably priced meat slices in casseroles, soups, stews, and burritos. Additionally, you can get a large, reasonably priced cut of meat to utilize in a variety of recipes during the week. 11. Grow your own vegetables. At last, the most effective way to save a significant amount of money. Start your own vegetable garden or participate in a communal garden. Growing your own herbs, sprouts, and vegetables like tomatoes and onions is not difficult at all. All you have to spend in is a small amount of inventory, such as seeds and basic gardening tools, along with some time and effort. Not only that, but produce that is produced on your property will taste better and more fresher than produce that is purchased from stores. Additionally, you may be certain that only organic pesticides were used and that the produce was harvested at its ripest. You'll save a significant amount of money at the shop because to this ongoing supply at home. Hooray! Making the switch to a balanced, healthful diet can ultimately save you money since you'll get sick less frequently. Are you curious to learn more about maintaining a balanced diet? Let's watch a few more videos to continue the discussion. Should we? Observe your body would go through this if you only ate vegetables and fruits. You may also watch our movie, which features the 16 best alkaline foods you should eat every day. Feel free to select one. Alternatively, watch both to gain further knowledge about diet and health. Are you attempting a frugal, nutritious diet? Tell us in the comments section below.